Check out this little beauty. This is a Matchbox Superfast number 65 Saab Sonett 3. Look at this thing. It's got some nice lines to it. This baby comes equipped with factory black wheels, orange glass, and adequate trunk space. Today I wanted to do a proper restoration on this car, so let's get going. It's like I got one little rivet to drill out here. Oh, there goes our little trunk. Most of you guys know this already, but my buddy has a downhill diecast racing channel that he recently started. He's been working on the track for a few months now. We were kind of talking about it a little bit, and we thought having a vintage diecast racing league would be a lot of fun, just to see how fast these old cars are. And the main reason I chose this car is because these wheels are in such good shape. They still got some miles left on them, so. Those look like some comfy seats. And of course we got the orange glass. This will be a nice easy cleanup on that one for sure, with a little sanding and polishing. This trunk lid has seen some sun. As you can see, it's got what I would call UV damage on one side. Kind of the same thing that happens to those old like Yamaha gas tanks on those dirt bikes. You know what I mean? They just turn white after a while. So there's a couple things we could try to bring that out. I mean, the easiest way to do it would be to just paint it, most likely. But I want to see if maybe we could hit it with a little bit of polish, or like a rubbing compound, and I wonder if we could just polish this white stuff away. We'll give it a shot here, but I don't want to do too much sanding on this. Even though it's discolored right now, it's flawless otherwise, so I want to be pretty nice to it. We'll see if we can polish away some of that whiteness. So that's going to be today's project. We're going to do a vintage restoration on this bad boy. We're going to keep this thing stock, and we're going to race it. Or we're going to try to anyways. So make sure you're stopping in there from time to time. Say hello to Andy for me. Put down some of this secret sauce. So by the looks of this had a silver base coat, and then they must have sprayed some sort of transparent blue on top, kind of like a Spectraflame. So maybe we'll go that same route. We'll lay down a little bit of silver sealer, and then I'll grab whatever my closest candy is. And then I'll just do as many coats as I need to kind of get the proper shade out. I'll try to keep it as close as I can to the factory color, but more than likely it's going to look a little bit better in the end. So I cleaned up our body here with a little soap and water. Did any of you guys get cool stuff for Christmas? If you did, I'd like to hear about it in the comments, if you don't mind. I didn't really get anything cool, so I'm going to just live vicariously through you guys. This thing's going to be sweet. I got a little bump here I want to take care of. Seeing this thing? Got a little pimple right there. So over the holidays, I picked up some gold leafing. Everything I needed for gold leafing. And I wanted to try incorporate that into doing like, in race cars that got the big bold lettering on here that's done in gold. I want to see if I could do that. Maybe a combination of gold leafing and like a decal. The decal would be to like just do like the outline of the lettering. So I'm thinking we could use a stencil, put it on the car, put on our glue, let that dry, peel the stencil off, gold leafing on, let that dry, and then we might have to clear coat and then do the decal that would have the outline for the lettering, and then clear coat that again, and hopefully it would look like professional like race car lettering done in a smaller scale. So I've never done any gold leafing before, so we're going to try it out here one of these days. Fairly soon. I'm just brainstorming projects still. Maybe our first one should be like on a 132 scale, just so it's a little bit bigger, and it's usually easier to work with stuff at a larger scale first. So we'll just have to see. We'll experiment here one of these days, and yeah, so you could expect that video coming up in the future. All right. That's starting to look like a DeLorean. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. It's nice and straight. I have to drill out these two little rivets here for our, I wanted to separate our suspension from the car, just so I could work on these wheels here. I was thinking I might clear coat them. Maybe. They don't look bad, actually. Let's see. I did need to separate them from the base, though, so we could work on them. So I used a little bit of metal polish and a brass wire wheelie just to kind of clean this up as usual. It does a real good job of kind of getting in there in between the letterings and cleaning up any kind of crusties that are on there. So that's looking pretty good. We'll switch to one of my yellow little cloth discs here and we'll polish this up. This is what Santa brought me for Christmas. 100 pack of these babies. Put a thin layer of this on here. Alright, so for this paint job, what I was thinking was I plan on laying down some silver sealer on this, which would be like a silver flaky base coat. And then the majority of our paint is going to be this Tealicious candy from Createx. And then just to make sure that we do have a little bit of blue in there, I'm going to put 1 or 2 drops of this Carib Blue. Hopefully get to the right color. They should be pretty close. I can control it with just how many coats I put on. That's going to control how dark it is. As long as we have the right ratio to teal to blue in this cup, we should get there. We'll get there pretty close anyways. Either way, it's going to look better than the original paint. So just keep that in mind. So let's head over to the spray booth. Yoink. Alright, so here's our paint job. I was just trying to keep it even. That's why I was going so slow. You can really mess up candy by just going a little bit too dark in one area. So hopefully I've had enough coffee today to do this. So that's looking pretty good so far. I'm going to set this to the side for now. Let it dry for a little bit. We got to work on this little hatch cover here. Figure something out for this yet. Don't mind my lavender gloves. So I've been carefully sanding this kind of around the details with 2000 grit. And I got, I would say, the majority of the scratches out. So I think we're good to go on a polish now. So we're going to hit it with a little bit of Flitz polish here, just because that's what I got. And I'm going to try to give this a little bit of polish too and see if any of this UV damage comes off. Worst case scenario, I'm just going to paint this to match this color and then we'll clear coat it. No one will be the wiser, but lots of this on there will keep her nice and soupy. Well, the half I did looks slightly better, this half here. But I don't think we're going to get that color back unless we scrape away the damaged part. So maybe what I'll end up doing is probably end up sanding this really lightly just to get some of this crustiness off. And then I'll end up painting this. It'll be alright. We'll make it work. Would have been sweet to take a mold of this and make a little tinted glass one, eh? Wouldn't that be sweet? Boop. I'd say that's pretty darn close. This one might be just a hair darker, but it also looks kind of dirty. I think we're going to go with this. That's a pretty good match. So allow me to head back to the spray booth, and we'll give that a quick spritz. And then we'll come back, and then we got to look at these wheels a little bit, I think. We got to clean up our wheels. These wheels aren't bad, but they're not going to be just perfect. So I think I might go clear coat them with a semi-gloss. And that's going to just fill in all the little pits that I'm looking at. It's going to make the reveal a lot nicer too. Let me head back to the spray booth and we'll try a little semi-gloss on these wheels and see if we can't make them look minty again. Alright, I'm ready to do an assembly here. All our bits and pieces are done. Everything's looking great. So allow me. A couple little dabs of glue just to hold our suspension bar in place. Alright, I got her all together. Let me get her in the light box and we'll do a final reveal. This thing's beautiful. Hopefully you guys appreciate this kind of restoration. I really enjoyed this one. Let me get the light box. Here's our little Matchbox Saab. She's all freshened up. I think it turned out really well. I plan on doing more of these factory style restorations in the future. We got a big old box of projects now that the patrons purchased, and those guys will have a new video to watch here in the next day or so. And they'll see all the project cars that are coming up on the channel. So if you enjoyed this restoration, please make sure you leave a like to support the channel. Say hello in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.